Hi everybody, welcome back. Happy New Year. And yes, I am alive. I'm breathing. I'm here. Um, Sorry about that couple months with no update, no post, no nothing. So sorry about that. But I'm here, I'm alive, I'm well. I've just been very busy. So I'm so sorry. But we are here again, like I said, New Year. So I'm hoping to bring back new videos, new ideas, new everything. I literally, you guys can kind of see it back here. I have a whole rack of keychains that are partially started, maybe finished, that are like different designs than what you guys have seen on my pages. And there are new ideas on there too. So I definitely want to finish those, make videos, get more confident in them before I make those videos, obviously. And then let you guys see them and obviously record about them and show you guys how to make them. So there's at least 2 or 3 over there that I'm really excited for you guys to see and all that. But that's the update. Today, we have a new tutorial. I'm showing you guys how to do the spiral version of the heart. I do have the original heart video up here on YouTube, but this is the spiral heart. If you have any other ideas, suggestions, whatever, drop them down below in the comments and I will add that to my list, which is back there on my board. I have a list, so please do that. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so to get started, you're gonna need 4 strings. So my colors that I'm gonna be using are magenta, mint, gold, and white. Once you have your 4 colors chosen, you're going to need to cut each string around 5 feet is what I'm going to be doing. If you want to make it bigger, you can obviously make your strings longer. If you want to make it a smaller heart, you can just shorten that string size. But for today, I'm going 5 feet. Here are my strings cut and ready to go. And I have my keyring on the side for when I need it. So the start of this is the exact same as the regular heart. We just have 4 different colors now that we're working with instead of just 2. So you can start with whatever colors you want. Personally, with this design, it does not matter what color you start with. So I'm probably gonna start with, I don't know, maybe golden yellow, or yeah, golden yellow, golden white, I think is what I will start with. Again, if you're using 4 different colors, it does not matter. So you choose, but I'm gonna start with gold and white. So like I mentioned, this is the exact same start as a regular heart. So I'm gonna start with my 2 ends and I'm gonna meet all 4 ends together actually. This is kind of like a box stitch start. So if you know that, you know this. At the ends, I'm gonna find the middle. So here's my middle. And I'm gonna start a box. So making sure that one string is over top, and then again, starting with a box. If you need a more slower in-depth version of this, you can go check out the heart tutorial, the original heart tutorial, which I will have right here in the corner. So you can click on that and you can go see it. Okay. Once you have that, you may tighten. And now we have a box. Once you create that first box stitch, we're going to do 2 more regular box stitches. So it does not matter what color you start with. So I'll just start with my gold and I'm just going to do 2 normal box stitches. Just went ahead and I did my 2 box stitches, 3 total. So you have the start, this guy, and then this guy that we just did. So 3 total. And now, before we start the next stitch, make sure you have another color ready to go beside you somewhere. I think I'm gonna go magenta next. So I'm gonna set that beside me because I'm gonna use that next. I'll put this guy to the side or on the floor, whatever works. So now I'm gonna start another box stitch, which this would be my 4th one, but I'm not gonna tighten it. So I'm just gonna start with all my loops. All my loops. And then before I tighten this, I'm gonna add my next string. So I'm gonna take my 3rd color, my 3rd string, and I'm gonna take the end, and I'm gonna go under the white, but through the gold. Okay. So there's that. Find the middle. That is dust. Find the middle. Just like that. And then you want to take your strings opposite. So this gold is going to the left. So this left string I'm going to take to the right on top. So again, over under the white. Still between the gold. Sorry. And pull. Okay, this one is going to go to the left. Over under. Pull. Okay, now once I have that, now I can tighten it. And now it kind of looks like we started a double spiral because I have all my boxes. Okay, but I in fact did not start a double spiral. I started a heart. Okay, once you tighten that layer, do another box stitch, just one. So here's my 3rd box. And now I'm going to grab my 4th and final string. And I'm going to do the same thing of what I just did with my magenta color, but with my last color. So it's going to go between the magentas. It's under the white, but between the magentas. Find the middle. Okay, and now I'm going to finish out the box. So now, since my pink string that's on top is going to the right, this right string is going to go to the left. I also have this starting on my TikTok as well, if you need another version. And this one's going to go to the right. Making sure nothing's twisted, because you know me, that's my biggest pet peeve when it comes to these. I don't like twists. Okay. So we're just going to tighten all that. Make sure everything's secured. I think we're good. Okay, once I have that, I'm going to do one more box stitch just to even it out and to make sure that it's extra secured. And there you go. So this is what, if you flip it to the side, what you should have, kind of like a V, pyramid, mountain, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And this is what you should have when you look down at the box. So last step to starting this, we need to add our keyring. Now you might think, oh, we're gonna put it down here. We're actually not putting it down there. We're gonna put it in the same place as the original heart, and we're gonna put it between the last string that we just did. So I shouldn't have tightened this, but it's okay. Can easily just loosen it just a little bit. I really just want to go in between these greens. So just like that, that's all I need to do. So here's my keyring using a circle. And I'm just going to go in this way. And just like that, our keyring is added. So our next step is to work on each branch, I guess I can call it, each branch of the heart. So the sides to give it the actual curve down to the point. So you're going to work one side at a time. So I'm going to start with the right side over here. So on this side of my key ring. So whatever I do on this side, I'm going to do the exact same on the left side. What's nice though is that I can just turn my keychain and it's going to be the exact same thing. So I don't have to like reverse it. So I'm going to start with my right side and I have one of each color over here. So I have a pink up top, I have a white at the side, and I have my gold and mint down here at the bottom. Now I need to turn this into a spiral box stitch. Okay, so this is very similar again to the original box stitch on the original heart that I did, but instead I'm just going to take everything at an angle. So I'm actually going to start with this mint color because I need to get it as a side string, because right now I have 2 bottom strings and no left side string, so that's a problem. So I'm actually going to start with this string and I'm going to take it between the pink and the white, and I'm just going to make a loop. Okay, between the pink and the white. Then I'm going to start with that white, and it's going to come down right beside it. So it's going between this mint and this gold. Now just act like your gold and your pink are your top and bottom strings. So this gold is going to go over, under. And this pink one is going to come down, over, under. Once you have that, take 1 string in each hand, give it a pull. It's a little weird there with that keychain in the middle, but if we don't add it now, we will not get it in at the end just because of how tight this is going to be. So that's why the first 10 to 15 layers on each side are going to be kind of annoying because this is going to be in the way. It's just something you have to work around. But now if I look at the side, I actually have 2 side strings and a top and a bottom string. So we're set. So for a repeating process, I'm going to keep doing spiral boxes. So I'm going to do the first, I don't know, maybe 10, 12 layers, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so here is what I've done so far. I think I did 12 or 13. I don't really know. I mean, you could sit here and count, but actually, I think I did more. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But this is the effect that you're going to get, which I love. So you're going to continue that on one side until you get to whatever length. Before I do the other side, I wanted to show you again that starting. So I just flipped my keychain around, so now this is on the left. If you flip it around, your string should be in the exact same order, so it's nothing different than what we just did there on that first side. So again, I have my mint and gold down here on the bottom, and my mint needs to become my side string. So this is gonna go loop between the pink and the white. This white's gonna come down here, and then this gold is gonna go up, and the pink is going to come down. Okay, then you can tighten it, and that gives you your box. Remember to keep everything at an angle so that way you get this spiral effect. If you keep it box, you're gonna get a regular box stitch heart, which is completely fine. You do you. But we're doing spiral here. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys work ahead. Obviously, next cut is going to be me with a finished, not a finished product, but finished sides. But take this time, pause the video, go get a drink, take a break, work on your sides, and then when you're ready, we can meet the ends, tie them together, and finish our heart. Here is what you should have when you are done doing both sides of your heart. So I made sure mine were semi-equal. One is a little longer. Actually, no, they are pretty equal. I did make sure that they were equal by doing this. And if I form my heart, I like that size. I do have a little bit more string. I could have went a little longer, but I like that size. So once you have this, we are ready to combine these edges or put them together so that we can tie it off. So this part's pretty tricky. What you want to do if you're using different colors is you want to make sure your strings on both sides are opposite. So for example, my mint colors, one's on the top, one's on the bottom. My golds are on the sides, my pinks are on the insides, and my whites are also opposite top and bottom. That is what I want, because when I bring this close, yes, when I do this, my heart looks awful, but once it's tied together, we can kind of squish it and form it into an actual heart. So again, I want to make sure that my colors are opposite. Now I'm going to get a good grip on this. So look at your colors, look at mine. This is what you want. So just with this, we're just going to tie them together. So I'm going to work with my outside strings, which are my golds. And I'm going to continue doing a box stitch because that's how we started. Up here were boxes. We're going to do down here boxes too. So I'm going to start with this gold, which is on the bottom. So I'm just going to take it straight across. This gold's on the top. Take it straight across. And now we can loop through the rest of our strings. So just working from left to right, I'm just going to work with each string. So starting with my green or my mint. And then my I keep calling this yellow. It's white. I'm not colorblind, I promise. Okay, now is when we get to our pinks. I'm actually going to use the top pink first because I want to do obviously opposite ends. So I'm going to do that pink first, and then I will do the bottom pink because I want it to go alternating, you know, top, bottom, top, bottom. Do that. And then we're going to do a white. And then we'll finish it off with the mint. Okay. Once we have this, we can go ahead and tighten it to bring these two ends of a heart together. Okay, just like that. Now, I'm going to do 2 more box stitches just to keep it secured. And here's the second one. You probably could get away with just doing 2 instead of 3 so that it ends down there. But personally, I like to do 3 because I like to make it secured. So once I have this, my heart is basically formed. You can kind of work with it, kind of rotate it to give it a shape, but that is what we are working with, and I'm really happy with it. From here, we can tie off our end and get rid of all this extra string because we don't need it anymore. So I'm going to tie it like how I tie all my other keychains with one big knot. Obviously, you can finish it however you like to finish your keychains, but this is how I do all of mine. Okay, once you have your end, you can then cut off your extra. And now we have a beautiful spiral heart keychain. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I hope this brings you joy that I am back for 2026 and that I'm not leaving you guys in the dust. I will have more tutorials coming out soon. I am working on a couple keychains that are completely different than what I normally make. So new designs coming in the future. Be sure to check the description down below where you can find my Etsy, my TikTok, and my Instagram, as updates will be posted on there. I will also post updates on here as well, so make sure you look at my post tab and check out those. I will actually be having a discussion poll where you can put your input here in the next week or two, just to kind of get your thoughts and opinions on what you want next. As always, if there's any tutorials that you want me to do, whether I know them or not, please list them down in the comments and I will do my best to do those next, as I'm, again, still working on those new patterns. But other than that, that's all I have to say. So thank you guys again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye!